The Brisbane Lions, currently residing in last place, found the long journey west just a little too difficult on Sunday afternoon as the Eagles turned a 5-point first quarter lead into a whopping 68-point victory, their largest of season 2017, and quietly shift into 8th spot with the final game of the round. Thanks for joining us again on Eagle Review. Ben Roberts, I appreciate you stopping by, as always.
Hi.
Talk to me about the game. So it was one that we were expected to win on the home deck. You still need to get the job done, though. In a season where there are a ton of upsets, you didn't want to take the Lions lightly.
Yeah, no, you didn't, and it was good to get the points and put externally a tough week behind them and get the 4 points and move on, and the focus shifts very quickly to the Saints on Sunday. But I think the way they played was they'd be reasonably happy. They had a lot of supply, which has been an issue of late. They defended really well. The Brisbane Lions only kicked 6 goals for the game, so that was good. There were 15 inside 50s more, 12 marks inside 50 more, 12 plus in the clearances, which has been an issue, as we've discussed. Up on the contested possession, ground balls, which has also been a thing they've looked at, 28 to the positive there. 6-6 from stoppages. So again, the clearances there and the scoring from stoppages was really good and positive signs, and hopefully they can now take that against the Saints this Sunday.
Pleasing they were able to get the win for milestone man Andrew Gaff. Racked up 150 games, life membership for the footy club, and so great that you're able to hang on to such a dynamic player who would have resisted all those lures from the east to return home and stayed an Eagle basically for life.
Yep, All-Australian a couple of years ago, and just a tireless runner. Works up getting the ball and uses it well. The Andrew Gaff wing one day we might have out at the Perth Stadium, the way if he keeps going. He played a lot of football. I reckon he could go close. How old is he? 25? He's played 150. How many games did he play? He'd go over 250 as long as his body stays sound.
Yeah, but us light frame wingers, mate, one knock could really end us for several months. Don't you worry about that. There were plenty of quality performers out there on the day. Who would get the 3 votes in your mind, do you think?
I like Dom Sheed's game. A lot of the football inside stuff, so Priddis wasn't there. So you'd assume long term that Dom becomes or takes the role that Priddis so famously played for such a long time. Finished on the scoreboard too, which I like. So he could have kicked 3, kicked 2.
Yeah, when you add that to 29 disposals, 6 clearances, 8 inside 50s, had the most metres gained at 6.45.
Yeah, no, he played really well. Also like Reddo's game, I think he's been building a little bit under the radar, almost Reddo. He's come back in, he missed that week, but the last 4 games he's played for the club, who have been over the last 5 weeks, have been really good, solid. And you know, the reason they got him over, he's not here to run down the wing like an Andrew Gaff or a Lewis Jetta or whoever. But he's doing his job, and I thought he was good as well.
Lou Shuey's delivery into the forward 50 was also pretty special. JK, 6 goals, 4, 16 disposals, 9 marks, nothing to shy at. A long-awaited debut for the pick number 28 in the 2015 draft, Luke Partington, finally got his chance. Probably a great fixture in order to blood him in as well. Got a ton of the footy and looked at home.
A ton, 16 possessions. No, I thought he was good, Pardo. He had a really defined role, which he spoke about after the game, and so did Simo. And I think that's a good thing when you're playing your first game. Obviously, there's a lot, you know, you're nervous, and it's a big step up in intensity and the amount of people there, and you know, it's easy to get swept away in it all, but soaked it all in, had a really clear, defined role, played it really well, and yeah, put his hand up. He's in the mix to stay in the team for sure.
Massive effort from Drew Petrie on the weekend. Solo ruck against Stephen Martin, one of the best in the business. He rucked for 64% of the game, and considering he hasn't done it much in his career, it was a fantastic effort. Where would we be about him this year and the amount of roles he's had to play in pitch hitting?
Exactly, and I mean, we had no JK for 6 weeks, so he became the forward and played that super well. He's been the backup that Scotty Lycett did play to Nick. He's been the backup to Vards, and he's done that super well at the weekend. Vards out injured, so he had to play the number 1 ruck, or you know, just predominant ruck position. Did really well. He's been a super addition. Yeah, people have gone about his age, but he's been really, really handy in terms of list management, depth, and also just on field. He's been good. He's been a contributor in a lot of our wins, so and in some of our losses. So he's been a great addition.
Mark Lacroix been under a fair bit of scrutiny this past week, but did respond in quality form. 19 pressure acts on the weekend. That was a team high, and that's what certainly they'll be looking for him to bring. Leading contested possession winner in the forward half, but his goal was certainly one for the books for him.
Yep, that was one of his best of all time. Did he mean to do it? That's the big question. How many times did he kick that out of 10? Not many, but that's why, you know, he'd kick it more than others, because he's a skillful player and has been for a very long time. You know, and 2 goals, 20 touches, and as you say, the 19 pressure acts, so doing the things off the ball as well as with it. And as a small forward, when, you know, most of your inside 50 is going to JK, that's a good game.
Might start a new segment here. Kicks on the opposite foot. Liam Duggan had one of the best of his short career on the right boot. Didn't know left footers had a right boot?
I actually thought when he did, I said, when was the last time he's ever kicked on his right foot? So nice segment, I like it.
Led the charge there, certainly with a horns up celebration. Don't know about all that, but he's you know, getting carried away with his second or third goal of his career.
Come on, Duggo. Come on, Duggo.
Speaking of Bulls, Shannon Hearn almost killing a couple of blokes. Pretty glad he's not getting a few weeks suspension.
I actually saw him follow up. Was that the second one into beams?
Yes.
He was sore after that. If there's one bloke you don't want running through it, ask Lance Franklin how you go, or Travis Boak how they're going after if Bungo gets on the offensive and moves forward with some purpose.
I just love it. Game's out of reach. It's already done and dusted, but Bungo just throwing everything he can to try and knock someone out. It's quality to see. Before we get stuck into the roast, a massive congratulations, tip of the hat to Matty Priddis, who announced his retirement last week. Such a glowing statement from Adam Simpson, said that we probably won't have another one like him ever.
Yep.
I mean, what can you say about your Subi boy?
If we're in American sport, number 11 would be retired at the end of this year forever. So I think that sums up the standing in the game. We've had 3 Brownlow medalists in our history, and he's one of them. Judd and Cousins, the other 2, pretty handy players. So he is an all-time great and deserves every bit of praise he gets because he's as good a player as he is a bloke.
Rightio, time for roast of the round. So let's start with Will Schofield. I think he's shut down, boarded up the candy shop. I don't think he'll be trying this again because Skinner has delivered one of the best hits of the day, the key defender.
Dazed afterwards as well, Scully.
I think he's still out there.
Yeah. Petrie, what on earth was Drew Petrie doing here?
Mate, when you've got some years on you, you've got to do everything you can to get that bit of extra distance.
When has he used the torpedo effectively in his career?
It didn't end very
well. And
he's
decided to go from half-back, switching across play through traffic.
Did make up for his error, though, just a couple of minutes later.
He worked back.
That's what we want. Gov man of the people, he calls himself. I don't know if this is what he's thinking of, though, diving into the crowd. Wasn't happy with the treatment, wanted some reparations, having none of it. Brad Shepherd flying high for the spoil. Okay, yeah, no, you don't get cars for that, but no hanger there, Shep, next time.
Now, Hutchie. Thought he was clear as day, a bit like Duggo the week before. Kept going. He's got Cedric Cox on his hammer, who has got a bit of toe. Just ask Lecker. He knows how quick Cedric Cox is. Chasing desperately, getting nowhere.
Yeah, that's depressing when you know you can't get in, but you know you can't give it up.
You can't stop because you know that everyone,
That's the worst. Let's go around the grounds now. Swans Hawthorn. When the ball's coming near you, Water Lady, you need to just get out of the way. Someone could have wore a chair to the face there pretty easily. Pies Crows, Sunday afternoon. What a dramatic finish. The baby bro McGovern slotting the draw. Many fans didn't know how to react. Case in point, this one here. Let's go on to the Essendon Dogs game. Cale Hooker having a bit of a brain melt in the goal square. Just go back and kick it, champion. Didn't have a good day in front of goal, did he?
No, he missed a sitter from right in front to an absolute pud, but a little Alan Donald moment there for him.
And the winner is in your court.
My goodness, I was watching. Were you watching this game as it happened?
I was, yeah.
And for that, okay, we could almost give the roast to the Saints boys for letting this happen because you can't let that happen. But what about the Port fans who left about 90 seconds earlier? How you going?
Everyone's going to talk about
how you going.
The most remarkable victory in front of their home fans of the year. Oh, sorry, was beating traffic by 5 minutes.
Yeah,
didn't get a glimpse.
Hope the view on the bridge was nice on the way over back across the river. That was poor.
Roast of the year.